Here we are at Queen Mary Sailing Club on rather a blustery day. Just a few weeks to go until this year's Bart's Bash. We've got Tony Bishop, who's organiser and founder of the event, here to tell us a bit more about what's going to be going on this year. So last year's Bart's Bash was absolutely phenomenal, 30,000 people taking part around the world. How on earth are you going to build on that for this year?
Oh, it's incredible. It's 2 months to go. It was 2 months yesterday, and we've got, I think it's 294 clubs, 4 clubs signed up today. But the momentum is building. You can feel it. There's a lot of noise this year. We've got the America's Cup, we've had the Volvo, but the feedback that we're getting from clubs is that they enjoyed what they did last year and they want to take part. We're looking to building and hopefully on track for another big event this year.
And last year we were going for the Guinness World Record, which we got. Fantastic. What's the theme for this year?
Yeah, so last year was really, it was the Guinness. This year is about Bart's Buddies. So it's all about getting your friends on the water. I think what we saw last year was that there was a huge number of people in sailing clubs who went down, and it revived, it got big numbers. Queen Mary, we had 177 boats on the water. We've got this great sport sailing, and we keep it a bit of a secret. So, if we can get them to bring a friend down, Bart's Buddies is one of the channels for people to get more people on the water, and that's mass participation. That's what we're looking for. Can we get the event to be bigger and sort of build it along the goals to be one of the largest sporting events on the planet? So that's where we like to take it.
And it's not just at sailing clubs that people are going to be able to get involved with this, is it? It's a lot wider than that this year.
I mean, obviously Bart's Buddies is going to put a challenge on the club because, again, you've got one race and you can't get everybody in the water. So the second concept for this year is Bart's Boy Race. And the Boy Race is where you have a very simple setup. So from the shore, at any time, without the need of any race management, you can sail to a mark, turn around, come back again. As long as we can measure the distance, the time, and we know what boat class it is, they can be counted in the rate. And that opens it up to pretty much anybody with a boat anywhere, because sailing schools, sailing centres, scout groups, we've got sea cadets massively involved. They can all take part. As long as they've got a couple of boats and a buoy, there's no reason why they can't be part of Bart's Bash this year.
And so for organisers, do they need to do more than just run their ordinary Sunday club racing? Is there anything extra that they'll need to do?
Do you know what? It's their event, and that's what it's always going to be. We're going to keep it nice and simple. So whatever the club is doing, we don't really want to change. We've got the Buddies idea and the Boy. They're great ideas, but it's for the club really to take it on. We had 7,500 volunteers last year, and we totally respect and appreciate that support. And we're going to need that army again to make it happen. So it's the club's event. But you can go to the website bartsbash.com. There's a guide page now which has a load of tiles. You can find out more information about the different things that we're talking about, the different concepts. One of the ideas this year is to get more organisations involved. So in the sign-up process, you can link to an organisation and click, whoever those people are, if they want to be linked to that page of results. So if a club wants to get a local company involved with, maybe they've been targeting, it's an opportunity to get that to happen as well.
And I understand that there's a new results system in place for this year.
Yeah, we learned a lot last year. I won't lie, it was painful at times. Tim Anderton had a massive job on his hands leading the team down there. We understand now, processing 30,000 sets of sailing results is a mammoth task, and we learn a huge amount. So this year, the sign-up process now links to the results system. So the automated sign-up means that when an event maker goes to their results, they'll see all their list of their competitors with their boat class and their type of sailor, and they'll just need to put in how far they've sailed, which race they were in, and the time it took them to do that. And then check that result in process. So no mass uploading of information.
And so with the results, they'll be appearing live over the entire duration of the event. That's going to be pretty incredible to watch.
Yeah, definitely. And this year, because it's an international 24 hours, the first race is in Waikato, New Zealand. In fact, we've got Fiji have signed up. They're just a bit further east on the date line. So you've got 12 o'clock midday on Saturday, midnight will click, and that's obviously 11 o'clock to maybe 11 o'clock in the evening. We should see the first races happening overseas, and then that extends all the way through as you go through to the west coast. So we've got word that the RS Fevers in Hawaii are lining up to do the race again, and those guys will be finishing off on Monday. So we should see results feeding through all the way through.
Of course, a very important part about Bart's Bash is the fundraising that goes on all across the world, and funds that go towards the Andrew Simpson Sailing Foundation. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Do you know what, it's a free event, and any donations that anybody makes is truly appreciated, and that's, people like what's happening and they make a donation, that's great. So you can go to the club on the day and make that donation. If you're really inspired, go to the website. You can see the projects that the foundation are getting involved with. There's probably about 16 different projects which has been funded from last year's money. For fundraising ideas, we've seen some wacky stuff. People dressing up in all different types of costumes, and fundraising online. And if you go to the website, sign up, you can set up a Just Giving page, share that with your friends, and that's the best way to do it really, is to get involved. But cake sales, we saw Bart's cakes being made last year. There were dinner parties happening, auctions in pubs and stuff, all sorts of stuff that people can do if they want to do it. But like I say, it's a free event, and any donation is really, really appreciated.
So taking part in Bart's Bash is obviously an incredible experience. How can people share those stories and feel part of the experience with other people who are sailing around the world?
Yeah, so we had last year the live, so people can take their video and they can send it in. If you follow us on Facebook and if you sign up, we'll be sending out emails on how people can send that information in.
And very importantly, where are you intending to do Bart's Bash this year?
Last year I had my oldest son James in his first ever race here. He's 10, so he was stage 2 last year. He's now stage 3, so he's going to be here in a Pico in the rookie race. I've got my youngest son Harry, who's 8. He's learning how to sail this summer, and then he's going to be crewing for me this year. So it was a really special day for me personally last year, because it was my son's first race. And that's partly where buddies come from, because he had his buddy Harry Menny, who came, and Harry's now with James, and they're learning how to sail and really getting into it. So they're hopefully both going to be here in the Picos, and we'll just have to find one of Harry's buddies, my son Harry's buddies, to come and sail with him this year. So I'll be here, and then probably going down to Weymouth, but we'll see.